So I came in today and was working on a customer car, and I just built a 2,000 horsepower intercooler for it, air to water. We're mounting it up front. The radiator's under the trunk of the car, so we had plenty of room. Not plenty of room for this big intercooler, but we had enough room to fit the intercooler. We're doing a titanium pie cut charge pipe, and I'm doing the lower charge pipe now before I mount the intercooler. I wanted to go ahead and get the lower charge pipe done, and where the intercooler is going to end up being located, the turbo is just offset, I mean, probably 2 inches further from it actually lining up with where the V-band of the air to water is. So I'm gonna have to make pie cuts. I came in to make pie cuts, and I figured since I'm gonna be trying to do some informational videos, that I'll go ahead and video this and show everybody how I do pie cuts. Here's the car I'm working on. It is Dave Locke's Nova. I believe it's a 70, and it is a bad piece. I built the headers, both the headers, the hot side, this custom turbo mount that is a bar style clamp that you can unbolt super quick, down pipe, custom cooling system, hard piped all the way back to the back. You can't see it now, the light's horrible. But here's the intercooler and a charge pipe. Charge pipe is tacked together, taped together right now, just in case I have to move it. It's titanium. I don't want to weld that until the last piece. Here's the intercooler. It was on my video the other day. And this is a Pro Mod 98 from Precision Turbo and Engineering. Let me grab the light down here so you can see what I'm talking about on the turbo outlet of the, if you can see the outlet of the turbo, it's right here. Outlet of the turbo's right here, inlet of the intercooler's here, but they are offset. There is a small offset, so it is also a very tight radius, and I cannot get a 4-inch 90 in that tight of a radius. So we're going to be bringing this up to open up the radius just a smidgen, and I'm going to be making some 4-inch aluminum pie cuts to get me where I need to go. So I will show you guys how to do that. Personally, I prefer Vibrant Performance aluminum tubing for pretty much anything I do. We're a Motor State distributor, so we get good pricing on all this stuff, and it's not really expensive to start with. Here is the Vibrant 4-inch tubing that I got. Ordered this the other day.
Bubble wrap, super nice. Tubing, completely polished. Just getting thicker than ocean sidewall.
You can see how clean this pipe is. Super nice. So I will show you how I make pie cuts. Here I got set aside are a few things that you're going to need. Got my Sharpie, got my level. I'm going to take my level right here, put the tube on it, take my Sharpie, and I'm going to draw a line. Just a completely straight line. And then you'll see this line all the way up and down the tube. So you then are going to take your line here, mark it right here, see your mark right here, you just go straight across, divide the tube in half, make another mark here. Again, this is not super critical, as long as you try to be directly straight across. Make another mark right here. Then you take this mark, roll it on down to where it meets up with your level, in, take your marker, make your second mark. We now have two marks exactly 180 degrees out from each other. And now you're ready to cut. So we're going to go over here to the bandsaw. I already have my bandsaw taped up because I was already cutting some aluminum tubing. I don't want to scratch the super nice finish. So first thing I'm going to do is take my adjustable hammer here. I'm going to adjust my block. You can do two types. If you want a tight radius, you can do 9 degrees. If you want a not tight radius, you can do 4 degrees. I always do mine at 9 because the only reason I do pie cuts is if I'm in a tight area and I need a tight radius. So tighten down this hole here, bandsaw. Brush it off. Gotta keep it clean. Now, going to take my tubing. It doesn't matter which side you pick. You can pick either side. Set it down. Set the pipe down. Bring her in. You're going to lower the bandsaw. And you're going to rotate that line to the point of what it touches when the line touches your blade. Wherever your blade's going to touch the pipe is where you want that line. So I got mine set right there. And wherever this side is, this is going to be your small side of the pie. This is going to be your tight angle of the pie. So you're going to look at this. If you directly look straight down at the blade, it'll show you exactly the piece it's going to cut. So I can gauge how thick I want this piece to be by where I slide this. I want this piece to be about, I think, a little over a quarter, about a half an inch right here. And now you turn the bandsaw on and let it do its thing. Now you have this piece of pie. Now this pie has one straight edge, so this will be your starting piece. See, it's got the straight edge on the bottom, then you got your pie cut edge on the top. So this is the piece you start with. Take it over here, set it down. That's the piece you start with. Now you continue to do the same thing over and over again by simply doing this. Pull this up, you cut on this line. So you simply loosen the pipe, rotate it 180 degrees. There's your other line. Bring her down, slide her out, rotate it till the blade's touching your opposite line. And I want this to be, only have about a 1/4 inch in there or less. Get her there, tighten it down, and then start it back up. Now I've already got a couple other pieces cut over here. Save some time. Let me find my straight piece. Here is my other straight piece I had already cut. This is the straight piece we just cut. This is a piece I already cut. Almost identical. Now here is a piece, an actual piece of pie. 9-degree cut on each side. I hit them both with my belt sander, so now they fit nice and tight, and you just keep stacking them until they make the angle that you want. There's another piece right here. You just keep stacking them until they make the angle that you want. Now the best thing about pie cuts is I can rotate and do a compound angle. I can have a 45 or, you know, whatever, I guess 9. They're 18 degrees a piece, so this would be a 36, and I can take another 18 degree and turn it this way, clock it this way. It's like having an adjustable duct elbow. If you've ever done duct work, they're just, there's infinite angles you can compound just to make any kind of angle that you want, which works great in tight areas. So that's how you make pie cuts, short and simple. Obviously your bandsaw is to be set up right, so that way you don't get an off cut, but I'll do another video on how to set up the cheap bandsaw. So I'm going to keep working on this Nova, and then I'll video when I'm done and it's tacked together. Alright, so I just got the pie cuts tacked together. I got them all mocked up, used a lot of tape. That's usually what I do. I always tape them together. And then once I get everything right where I want it, I'll tack them, then recheck where it's at, just to make sure I didn't move anything. So here's what I got. This is now clamped together and tacked. And it fits like a glove. So I'll just have to reassemble it now. Or not reassemble, but disassemble it, and then take it apart, weld her up, throw her back together, then I can work on a mount for it. So this is all I got for doing pie cuts. I'll throw some video in there of me welding, and then that'll be it.
I'm gonna wipe down all the joints and also get all the Sharpie off from when I drew on the straight piece to cut the pies. A lot of times this was dirtier, like if it wasn't vibrant, well, if it was a different grade or not as clean, you would definitely want to wire brush it, but I know the vibrant stuff is really, really clean stuff inside and out, so I don't think it's necessary to wire brush this stuff, plus it's scratchy. The polish finish, I never had any issues with it before being dirty. So, now it's all nice and clean.